Yes, similarly, you please remind me, Bhavya, or anyone who reminded. I request you please remind me if I am not yet started the recording.
Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. It was yes, very good. And this is what the first circuit we need to have a visit over the thermal power plant. We need to carry the coal from the coal mines. Usually, the coal mines are the suitable place to install the thermal power plant. Anyway, the coal has to be handled and transported to the loading center, and it has to be unloaded, and then coal has to be prepared, and based on the size it has to be prepared, and then it has to store through any handling equipment, whether it might be a belt conveyor or it might be a bucket elevator or some other handling device. We need to carry the coal to the boiler. Once it was burned, it is converted into ash. Then with the aid of the same handler, we need to remove the ash, and then we have to store the ash. And the storage is a major issue in the case of ash content. And concerning the second air and flue gas circuit, this is what the air and flue gas circuit, where from the atmosphere with the aid of forced draft, and we are trying to pull the air, and it was sent to the air preheater. The air preheater is already surrounded by the flue gas. Through that, the flue gas, it heats the preheats the new entry of the air, and that was sent to boiler. Before entering into the boiler, the air was preheated with the aid of air preheater. Then once the boiler is burnt and we have flue gas, then the flue gas is sent to the superheater. In the superheater, uh, um, uh, the steam is converted into superheated steam. The low pressure, low temperature steam is converted to high pressure and high temperature superheated steam. For that, the heat source is flue gas, and then the flue gas is sent to the economizer, where we have the water flow. The water is before entering into the water is preheated in the economizer. Then the flue gas is sent to the air preheater. I have already detailed what was the need for the air preheater, and what was the need for preheating the air, and it was sent to the dust collector. Then we are at that dust collector, we are trying to collect all the dust, and then through induced draft, and it is sent to the atmosphere through long chimney. The construction of chimney and the height has to be accordingly. We need to arrange which has to be reduced the pollution, and it has to be the surrounding people has to be live without any hazards. And concerning the feed water and steam flow circuit, and this is what the feed water and steam flow circuit, we have to start from this point. We have the well. From the well, the water is feed to the economizer through the feed pump, and then in the economizer it was preheated, and then it was sent to the boiler. Then the boiler, from the boiler we are getting the steam, that too with low pressure and low temperature. It was elevated to high pressure and high temperature superheated steam through the superheater, and then it was sent to the turbine. We are in the turbine. Turbine is connected to shaft. The turbine is rotated with the aid of superheated steam, and the once the turbine starts to rotate, then we are getting the power from the generator. Once it was the work is done, once the work is done, then the steam is sent to the condenser in order to condensate, in order to convert into water. Through the pump, it was sent to the well. When we are receiving the water from the condenser, the well becomes hot well. We need to make up some water. When once the cycle starts it's working, then the well get reduced, the water level of the well get reduced, and it has to be added in a cyclic way. And this is what the cooling water flow circuit. And the in the condenser, we have the steam, that is exhaust steam. That exhaust steam has to be sent to the cooling tower. where we have the sprinklers, water sprinklers, when the exhaust stream is sent to the cooling tower, it was along with the sprinkler. What happens? It converts it loses its heat energy and it converts into water. Then the condenser, we are pumping the water to the hot well. The cycle is repeated. This is what the circuit. And do you have any doubts with these slides? Shall I go ahead with the combined circuit? And this is what you need to present during your examination, and you need to write all 4 different titles. Shall we revisit the video, or shall I go ahead with the presentation? Anyone, please unmute your mic. Please. Shall we revisit the video, or it is not necessary?
So videos.
Shall we revisit the video?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shall we revisit the video, and then once the video is over, then we'll talk about this combined circuit and see how what is the structure of various heat exchangers. There are 3 different heat exchangers I have repeatedly telling. One is economizer, the air preheater, and superheater. Economizer is used to preheat the water. Air preheater is used to preheat the air, and then superheater is used to convert the steam into a superheated steam. And the other heat exchanger also we have, that is condenser. At the exit point we have the condenser. Anyway, we'll revisit the video and then we'll come back to this combined circuit and we'll talk about it. There are 3 different inputs. See, there are 3 different inputs. One is air, coal, and water. And once the out, when we are concerning about output, we have steam, flue gas, and the ash. These 3 has to be optimized before it's sent to the other point. It has to be optimized, and these optimization happened through various heat exchangers and various other accessories. Anyway, we'll see the video.
Thermal power plants.
Yes, this audio is clear. The video, the audio of the video is clear.
Help me to.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Almost half of the.
Any point you wish to revisit?
Sir?
Yes, since one of your friend asked, even that type of turbine is also available. Earlier we have such a type of single stage turbine. And once the research based on the various research and various papers and patent, it was suggested to keep the various stage, not to increase, not to elevate the efficiency of the turbine. Anyone do you wish to have a visit of any other point here in the video? I think no. Yes. This is what you need to write during examination. There are 4 different cycles, and yes, yes, yes. Go ahead with your doubt.
Sir, already due to this process, turbine has some heat energy. If we pass the over steam of heat, then it will get damaged as space pause or no, sir.
At which point you are talking about?
Sir, already this turbine will have some heat energy due to this rotation and all.
Yes.
If we pass this high number of heat steam, then it get damaged, no, sir, at a point of time.
You are talking about the reheater, and then heating. At that point you are talking.
No, sir, I'm asking about turbines, sir.
Yes, it happens. It happens. The major the flaw with the design of turbines is still there are numerous studies are going on the turbine. Since we are working with 600 degrees, what happens? It definitely the arms, it affects the surface of the turbine, and there are the high cost materials are used to design and to manufacture the turbines, and this is what considered during the design and manufacturing. And we need to work with around 600 degrees. See, the aluminum, the melting temperature for aluminum becomes 600. It won't be suitable. Preferably cast alloy. There is a material called cast alloy is used for the turbine as in turbine material, and titanium alloys are also preferred for making turbines. And your point has considered during design and manufacturing. Yes, it has to be the temperature will affect the surface, and that has to be considered, and accordingly it has to be manufactured.
So from the superheater, the temperature is around 600 degrees Celsius, but then the turbines can manage nearly 550 degrees Celsius. So how is there a sudden decrease of 50 degrees Celsius, which is like a tremendous amount of heat? How is there a sudden decrease when it comes near the turbines?
No, for around 550 around 550 till from 550 to 600. There won't be any sudden drop. Sudden drop.
No, sir. Like a superheater, heated steam will be 600 degrees Celsius, but then the turbine can withstand 550 degrees Celsius. 50 degrees Celsius,
it
a lot of
ranges.
heat, sir.
It ranges from 550 to 600. Even plus or minus 50 degrees also it can, but there won't be any loss. In the video, it was shown like when it was went out through the superheater, it was shown as 600. At the entry point, it was shown as 500. That is what you are asking.
Yes, sir.
No. It is not the case. It ranges. It ranges. There won't be any much loss. Probably that transmission losses will be there, but it is not around 50 degrees Celsius. It won't be.
Okay, sir.
Any other?
Sir, and they told that steam is not that efficient, so we need to compress it using a compressor to a liquid form. Why is steam not efficient like water, sir?
Yes, think about it and tell me. Think about it. You have the basic ideas already you learned, and tell me, and you will definitely find a point. Google it and tell me. Already it was disseminated. In the video itself, it was disseminated. On the fly, it was disseminated. You need to grab it and you need to view. You need to enlarge and you need to get the point. And tell me in the subsequent class. Even that is what I am asked in mid of the video. Also, I have asked. I have queried. Yes. Are you ready to reveal the answer in the subsequent class? Think what happens when the air was compressed with a compressor. What happens with in the temperature? What was the change? No, your voice is breaking.
So they told the pressure will increase.
Yes. Anyway, you have a look and you tell me. Yes, we will complete this portion. There are three different inputs: air, coal, and water. Coal, we cannot. We won't. The coal won't to be preheated. There is no need of preheating the coal. But the air is preheated in the preheated, and water is also preheated with the economizer. See, there are three different outputs. One is steam, flue gas, and ash. Ash is sent to the ash handler, and then it has sent out. The flue gas is sent to the superheater, not to superheat the steam, and then the flue gas is sent to the economizer, and then it is sent to the air preheater, and then it is sent to the atmosphere through the long chimney, height chimney. And see here, the superheated steam is sent to the turbine, and turbine. The heat energy, the mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy with the aid of motor, and then it was sent to the transmission lines to the appropriate place, and we have the condenser unit. Not to get the condensed water, not to have water, we need this system, and this cycle is repeated again and again. There are four different circuits, and with the aid of four different circuits, the thermal power plant can be explained in a detailed way. This is what about thermal power plant, and we'll discuss about the various advantages and disadvantage. And see the Rankine cycle. I will explain about the Rankine cycle in a little later stage. I'll make a detailed note about it, and then there are four different cycles. These four different cycles already I have detailed, and the site appropriate site for a thermal power plant should be the cost and the type of land. In rural areas, the cost of land should be might be cheap, and the land bearing capacity of should be adequate to install the heavy machinery. The availability of the water, we need to provide the water for condensing, and around 516 to 103 kgs of water is required for every 1 ton of coal burnt, and therefore it has to be erected near the bank of river, or it might be a reservoir, and the supply of the fuel, and the power plant should be the site should be near the coal center, coal mines, so that the transportation cost of the fuel get minimized, and the load center, that is now to minimize the transmission cost. The plant should be located near the load center, and in particular it is very importantly the supply is DC. DC supply system is adopted. Latest stage it was converted into AC, and the output from the generator should be DC. And the distance from the populated area, the plant should be located the considerable distance from the populated area to minimize the pollution. And ample space in order to give an expansion of the power plant, the ample space is essential. And the government might have some plan to expand the power plants, and at that time it won't be any problem with the expansion. Therefore, ample space is essential. And disposal of ash, the facility for disposal of ash has to be considered, because as I already mentioned, the ash that is the Indian coals contain around 40% of ash. For 100 megawatt capacity produces around 25 tons of hot ash per hour. Therefore, sufficient space near the power plant is essential to dispose such a large quantity of hot ash. And concerning the advantage and disadvantages, and it has various advantages. The fuel, that is coal, is quite cheap, and the less initial cost as compared to the other power plants. And the location, the thermal power plant can be located near the load center. Therefore, the transmission costs and the transmission losses are considerably reduced, and the generation of power is not dependent on the nature mercy like the hydroelectric power plant. What happens in the hydroelectric power plant, nature's mercy is essential, and if we don't have the any mercy, then we don't have any raw material in the hydroelectric power plant. But here we have the generation of power is not dependent on the nature's mercy, and the lesser period of time for erection, the construction, erection, commissioning of thermal power plant requires less period of time than the hydroelectric power plant. And concerning the disadvantage, and the coal, again the coal might be the non-renewable source of energy, and will one day get exhausted by gradual use, since it is a non-renewable source of energy. And part load efficiency, its part load efficiency decreases very rapidly with the decreasing load, and transportation of coal is difficult. If the plant is located away from the coal mines, it is very difficult to transfer the coals. what in some areas what happens, this the type of thermal power plants is located near the water reservoirs. There are plenty of water is essential, therefore it was erected near the reservoirs. And what happens, the coal has to be transferred from the coal mines. At that time the transportation becomes very difficult, and the power generation cost is high compared to hydroelectric power plant. The pollution, burning coal in the plant produces smoke. The smoke is exhausted through the chimney into the atmosphere. This causes air pollution. And the life of the plant hardly about 30 to 40 years compared with the life of the hydroelectric power plant, and it is very low. And the decrease of efficiency, and the efficiency of the plant decreases to less than 10% after its life period. And that was the major issue. And running speed, the turbine in thermal power plant run speed of 3000 to 4000 rpm, and therefore it requires special alloy steels in order to have a rigid construction compared to the hydroelectric power plant, where we have around 300 to 400 rpm only. And this is what about the advantage and disadvantage. And we'll talk about the other power plants. Before that, we'll discuss about the basic information. Do you have any doubts with the thermal power plant? Do you need any additional inputs with the thermal power plant? Shall I move further? Shall I move further? Or shall we ask any other question? Shall we discuss the current affairs? Anyone,
Yes.
please unmute your mic and share the current affairs.
Sir, anything for today, right?
Yes, Ankit. Ankit, tell me the current
Like,
affairs.
sir, anything that happened today or yesterday, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Time is running. See,
Sir,
there are.
sir, in Gujarat, IFCO is about to establish a new oxygen plant, actually.
Yes, that was essential. That was in this scenario, bad scenario. It is essential. What happens in the Maharashtra? See, in Delhi and Maharashtra, and around yesterday itself, we
Yes,
have told about the 24 people died in the hospital. Nearly in the
they are
past
lacking
20.
oxygen cylinders, sir. These states are demanding from the central government for more oxygen cylinders.
Yes,
The same with
even
Sterlite also, sir. They told that they are planning to reopen Sterlite, and after all that protest and stuff for oxygen, it came in
yes,
news.
yes. What was
And
your opinion? Whether we can allow them to reopen Sterlite now to produce the oxygens?
Sir, for like only like not for chemical production, sir. Only for oxygen we can like allow, sir.
Yes, yes,
I wouldn't suggest reopening the complete chemical factory. Like if they want, they can sell oxygen alone and not produce chemicals. That's my opinion.
yes, yes. Well, during this pandemic, this pandemic, we can no other way. The manufacturing of copper has to be avoided, because the raw material and the sewages or the end products along with the copper makes hazards. And for oxygens also it might have some adverse feature, but we don't have any other options. This is very pandemic. Even the Supreme Court concerned about the manufacturing of production of oxygen. See, in Hindu, we expect national plan for center on oxygen drug, says AC. That was the concern. And there are few more people in today's headlines in some news channel. Around 60 people needs oxygen for concerning one particular hospital in Delhi. around 2 hours only we have the oxygen supply, and if we don't have the subsequent supply, then the 60 people soon will die, like that. There is an information, and it is very hard and very hard to hear the information, and therefore the manufacturing or production of oxygen is essential in this pandemic, and be aware. And any other current affair?
So like 20,000 people who put COVID vaccine got COVID yesterday.
In India or in Tamil Nadu?
I think in India, sir.
20,000.
Yes,
There
sir.
were total of 11 crore people who got the vaccine, and after the vaccination, 21,000 people got COVID positive.
Is among the total number of who vaccinated,
Yes, sir, among the
around
total
11,000 affected by the COVID.
those who took first dose only, and it was approx 3,000, I think, who took
Yes.
second dose.
Yes. And see,
So-
yes, Ankit.
No,
Any-
sorry. Continue. Yeah.
Okay, good. Be aware, be safe. Anyway, we will continue the presentation and see the energy demand and how these fields are earlier, how we can get the fields, and we'll see about it, and we'll have some basic idea. And already it was 11:21. So what was the next class?
Maths, sir.
Max. Okay. No issues. Okay. Do you have any doubts with the today's presentation? We'll talk
No, sir.
about the energy demand and the other in the subsequent class. Do you have any doubts with the today's presentation?
No, sir.
Okay. If you don't have any other doubts, we will continue during Monday. Sorry, in the Thursday class. Thursday class we will continue. I request Jostana and other Ankit. Ankit, do you please share the Saturday's timetable, Ankit?
Okay, sir. Sir, this Saturday we are having Wednesday timetable, sir.
Wednesday. Then no issues. You please share the entire.
Okay, sir. I will share the entire schedule actually.
Okay. Thank you. We'll meet Thursday. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.